Hey, what's up guys, this is Butcher and this is episode 7 of Pudge Tips. Okay, sorry I haven't made this video early. This should have been like maybe the second or third, even the first video. Like this is probably the most important concept of Pudge I should have made, but okay, whatever, I'm making it now. Basically know the links of the hook. I played Pudge a lot, so basically level 1. The furthest target I can hit is here. Level 2, the furthest target I can hit is here. Level 3 is here, and level 4 is here. Like, I mean, I'm not sure about this, but I think like here I'm gonna miss him. But if I move here, I'm gonna hit him. Okay, well, a little bit. Yeah, see, basically. And it says it's 1400, but it's actually a little bit more than 1400 because it's 1400, but the hook itself is like. I mean, you know, like an arrow, it has a hitbox. So the hitbox is maybe like 50 or maybe like 75 more units this way, and this way, and this way, and this way, from the 1400 range. So to just assume that, like, the hook, it looks like it's here, but it's actually gonna hit somebody that's here. And this is more than 1400 units. Just keep that in mind. Okay. Hook animation canceling. And this goes for a lot of heroes, like just some abilities you can like cancel hook animation. Like see here, like whatever, you could freak people out, you could do a shit ton with this. Get in the habit, like I said before, using an urn is like all the time on Pudge. This hook animation stuff is even more important, and also rotting. Every time you hook, in case you're playing against a Rubik, get in the habit of rotting. Like even if you hook, if you make your hook, miss your hook, whatever, just like hook and rot. Like always, just this should be a habit. Just rotting after you hook. This should always be a habit. Okay, animation cancel. Basically, I mean, this is something you have to practice. Like you have your stop key. I don't know what it is. For me, it's S. I use legendary keys, so for me, it's T for hook and S for stop. So I just get in the habit like pressing these keys together, whatever. It should be really like animation cancel, like whatever. Like see. It should be really fluent. Like if you play enough Pudge games, maybe 20 Pudge games, you should get pretty good at this. But basically, always do this. If you're basically the simplest thing to do this for. Okay, for example, somebody's running this way, right? And they're here right now. What you're doing. You're aiming here, right? Okay, you pressed it, right? You wait a half a second. I think you could press it like, yeah. See, like. Okay, well, that was more than half a second. But basically, you hook, and you can in the next like half a second you could press stop, and you're not gonna hook, right? So what it does is, if you have good reflexes, or like the guy is running here, and you press here, and when you like, okay, a quarter of a second later, he starts turning around, and you see that. If you're fast enough, you can press stop. Knowing he's going to turn around, like you see him turn around, press stop, and it's going to cancel the animation of the hook that you're going to land here. So you were going to miss the hook, but you canceled it because you're fast enough, right? So like when you do that, like you see, like if you see Dendy play, he does this a lot, but I mean he's mastered it. Like you have to play Pudge a shit ton of games. Like you master this maybe like 300 games in, maybe even 500 games in. Like you have to play a lot of games. Like it's like a pattern, right? You do this, like he's moving here, oh no, he's moving here, like you cancel it, and you're freaking him out when you're doing that. I use this a lot in early game, late game, all the time. Early game, for example, I brought this example up like on the last episode, I think. The guy is running straight, and you don't know if he's gonna move, like which way direction. First of all, what you do first, you test him, right? You hook here. And you just press stop. Like no matter what, you know you're gonna press stop. You're just putting the animation out there, and you see how he reacts. If he doesn't move, or like you press the animation, and a second later he starts moving, like he's slow, then you just assume he has slow reflexes, and then like throughout the game you can assume he has slow reflexes, and he's not gonna dodge the hooks, and it's gonna go into your calculations, which I talked about last episode, like how to read people's patterns, or if they're bad or good, or how their reflexes are. So basically do that. You could do the same thing, like if they're far away, like here I was bringing it up. To check if they see you or not, like they're moving like this, and they're here right now. Put your hook here and press animation cancel. and see what they do. If they keep moving forward, they won't see you, they're AFK, they're bad, doesn't fucking matter, just assume they're gonna keep going straight, and just like, it should be really fast too, it shouldn't be slow, like, I mean, it's gonna get faster the more games you play, but try to practice it, it's gonna make you a lot better, like, it's all about predictability and like where like you're juking your opponent, you're freaking him out, like you're confusing him, right? So he's moving here. This is how fast it's gonna be. Like here, oh I cancel it. He's not moving. Oh boop, I hooked. In the time that it took me to cancel it and throw another hook out, he moved like this much. Like he didn't see it a lot. Like you can't be like I'm gonna cancel the hook here and okay I'm gonna wait like 2 seconds just to think about it and he's already here. I'm gonna be like I'm gonna hook here. It's too far away. No, you have to think fast. And also hesitation. A problem with this technique though is hesitation. If you're a Pudge player, right? Sometimes you have a really short window to land your hook. So hesitation sometimes is a bad thing, but sometimes it's a good thing. It's all about reflexes. So like if you're doing this like and there's like creeps and shit nearby, like whatever, and you hesitate once, it's like you just feel bad, like sad. Like if you like you press S. And they were there like 1 second later after the hook. You canceled the hook animation. So if you wouldn't have canceled the hook, you would have hooked them. And then you like try to hook them, and then they see you or something, or they change direction, and you miss the hook. So you like you cancel the first animation that was gonna hit, and then you hook again, and you miss. That's sad. But I mean, it's part of the game. Like sometimes, like if you want to. I don't recommend this, but if you want to, you can just freak the fuck out and like just keep chasing them and just do this, like just like do this like 5 times in a row. They're not gonna know what the fuck to do, but if you do it too many times in a row, they're gonna kind of figure you out, and they're gonna be like really unpredictable. Like they're just gonna move really random, and when people move really random, it's just basically your instinct, like where to hook, like. I pointed out a couple of techniques, but when you're canceling your animation like a shit ton, like 10 times in a row, they're being like, whoa, like it's gonna be hard to hook them. So do it maybe once, twice, 3 times, but don't overkill it, you know.
Exactly.
And they get used to it too. Like if you're playing against a puck, it's perfect. Like if I play against a puck, right, and he's here, and I know he doesn't have orb, I do this basically. Look, like that. You can cancel it once or twice. The first hook, maybe he's not going to phase shift, right? The second animation, basically, I'm canceling animation and waiting for him to phase shift, assuming that I'm going to hook, right? And it's close enough range, so he has to phase shift before the hook flies out, or he's going to miss it. If I do this like 2 times and he didn't phase shift, then I just hook, and he's not going to like phase shift fast enough, right? So I just like do this once and then hook him for real. Like that's useful. Also, you could do this when you're not freaking people out, but if you have like a blink dagger and you blink here and the guy's here, and like basically if you see your hook going wrong, like if you're just like the guy is here, right? And as soon as you do this, like you should be fast enough to be like, oh, he's moving. Like, he's standing still, I do this, he starts moving. As soon as I wind it up, press S, and that's it. Like, you're not going to miss your hook. I mean, you're not going to throw the hook out. That was going to get missed.